Hey everybody, it's your girl. It's the anointing for me, and it's time for me to come and give you guys my testimony because I've been in and out so much. I've had one foot in the door and one foot out of the door, and you cannot live like that. When you are trying to live to please God, you cannot live with one foot in the door and one foot out of the door. So every day I'm going to make small steps toward doing what it is that I need to do so that I can get in my ministry and I'll feel comfortable opening up and talking to you guys, or giving a word or spreading a message or whatever I can do to be an encouragement, because we all are going through things in life. So I'm going to give you a little bit of my testimony. So last year I got married, last year September. And before getting married, I prayed for marriage. I prayed for marriage. I was on it. That's something that was very important to me. Marriage was just what I wanted. I felt like it was the ideal thing. I'm 36 years old, so I'm in that, age frame where women my age want to be married. Like, that's when you get to that stage in life, or that phase in life, where marriage and family and children become things of significance or importance if they already have it. So I was just, ready for marriage. I was in a long-term relationship before all of this happened, and marriage wasn't in that relationship. I didn't experience marriage in that relationship, but I prayed for marriage. When I asked God for a husband, and when I prayed to God for marriage, I didn't ask him, I was just specific. I said, and they always say, be specific when you pray, and be intentional. And those two things are very, very serious. It's very serious not to play when you pray. It's very serious to be intentional when you go before God and you make a request before God, because when you go sincerely with your whole heart and your heart is in the right posture, the Lord is going to give you what you ask for. He's going to make that thing come to pass. And so I knew that marriage was in the plan for me last year because I prayed for marriage. I knew that it was going to happen. So it didn't happen the way that I thought it was going to happen. But when I prayed, I asked that, God send me somebody that I could love and that would reciprocate that love, somebody that I could get that love back from. That's really all that I prayed for. I didn't pray for my husband to be a healthy man. I didn't pray for my husband to be a wealthy man, or my husband to have this and that. Or we be able to be together for the rest of our lives. And I mean, I didn't pray for those things. Like, those were not things that I thought of. I was so caught in the fact that I felt like I needed that physical love, and I needed that physical validation, that God blessed me with that. And I got married. And like I said, it was out of nowhere. It was out of nowhere. It was to someone that, I didn't know for a long period of time, but it didn't take him. Even though I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship that didn't lead to marriage, it didn't take this man a long time to realize that, I was his wife. It took him no time. It's like he knew. And he knew also how important marriage was to me. And he had been married before, and he said, that he would never get married again. But that's something that he did for me, because I feel like he wanted to be with me, and he knew that, that was something that was important to me. Fast forward, we enjoyed our time together. We enjoyed our time together. It didn't matter what it was that we was doing. Like, we enjoyed our time together. Any disagreement that we had was never really about us or our relationship. It was always about somebody else. And it was a lot. It was a lot. But we were okay. He was the man that I needed at that time. Like, God knew that I needed someone. He knew that I needed to work on communicating, because I had been abused in so many ways that, when being mentally abused or getting into an argument, I'll get to a point where I'll completely just shut down, and to the point where I have no words. I like none to say at all. Like, and I can go like that for days. Like, and it just wouldn't be good for anybody. So he never let it get to that point. My husband loved me. He loved me. He loved me. He loved me sick. He loved me happy. He loved me going through whatever I was going through. He just loved me. And he was proud of me. I woke up sick on December the 30th. I was supposed to be going to work this 2024. I woke up sick and he took me to the hospital. He ended up falling at the hospital. And from that fall, he ended up staying in the ICU for 25 days and he ended up passing. So now, I'm alone again. But remember that when I asked God for a husband, I asked that I receive somebody who loved me. And he did that. I asked for somebody who I could love back. And I did that. We loved each other. I didn't ask for it to be forever. And it wasn't. But every day, God shines his mercy and grace on me. Every day. When it's hard for me to get out the bed, when I miss him, when I think that he's gonna walk into the house and he doesn't come. When I feel like I'm alone and I don't have nobody, the Lord is a comfort to me. He is a comfort to me. It's hard. It's hard. But God is still good. And he is still God. He is still good and he is still God. So regardless of what I see, regardless of what my situation looks like right now, regardless of the pain that I feel, I will be here every day. I'm gonna get up and y'all gonna see me. And I'm gonna keep on pushing. I'm gonna keep on pushing. And I'm going to show you what the grace and the glory and the mercy of God looks like. For the unbeliever, I pray. I pray for your soul. I pray that it'll be something that I'll be able to tell you from my testimony that will heal you, because it's not over. It's so big. It's so big. It is so big. But God is so good. So don't give up yet. Keep on fighting. Every day you will get, it won't get easier, but you'll get a little bit stronger. And remember, trouble do not last always. This too shall pass. I love you.